Good evening, this is your Psychic LG, reporting from the United Kingdom. It is 11:08 PM UK time, heading towards the witching hour. We are going to delve deep tonight. We are going to look into the looking glass. Hiya there. Hi there, Ronch Lucian and Daisy Chains. Graham. Hiya, Franco. I'll just put onto multi-stream here. Lovely to see you all. I want to say good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you all are around the world. It is now 11:09 PM UK time, and we are live on YouTube as well as Twitch. We are live, Newcastle upon Tyne, live at Underground. We are going to look into global events, political fields, all sorts of things tonight. How are you all doing? Hiya everybody. Apologies, I was a little bit running late. I nearly didn't come on and I thought, I can't not come on. I've twisted my neck, guys. I can't hardly move my neck. Like, that's as far as I can move it. I'm doing okay. I've been having radiotherapy, as you know. I've had nearly a week of it. And I'm a little tired with it, but I'm okay. But you know, when it's quite if anybody who's had radiotherapy, it's quite an uncomfortable sort of table it looks like a body scanner as you're going through. And when I've got to sit up, obviously there's nothing to put your hands, and I've just sat up, like done a sit up, and I think I've wrenched my neck or done something. But apart from that, I'm fine. I've just got a bit of a stiff neck. But it's lovely to see you all, and I thought I've got to come on because I'm just bursting my guts to tell you what my latest downloads are. And I had a breakthrough last night when I was meditating in the bath, trying to get rid of this big knot out my neck of what Trump's card's going to be. So I thought I've got to come on and I've got to talk about it. And my cat, I'll make you laugh, she's still got eczema, she's still got a balded patch of a neck. She has been ignoring me for the last couple of weeks, going from cupboard to cupboard, airing cupboards, wardrobes. The latest was underneath the television cabinet, underneath a set of drawers, the sideboard. And I think it's with her lying on the wooden floor. I think it was cold for her being underneath the furniture because it's quite warm. So she was getting some comfort. I was putting food down to her and she was purring and her little nose was coming out and she was eating her food and then going back in again. And then she'd dart out and go to the loo, go to her potty, as you know what I mean, like the litter tray, and then just dart back again. And I'm thinking, dear me. And today I had the back door open a little bit and I had forgotten, because normally I keep them shut because the house cats. I had been shopping actually to get some plants with my daughter-in-law. We've had a nice day. Have you had a nice day, guys? And I got a plum tree and I got a black currant bush and just different things, and I was planting them in my garden. And then I had the door open a bit, and then I looked and Zizi just darted out like Speedy Gonzales really fast. So there's nothing wrong with her and she's eating loads. And Adam, I shouted on Adam to go and get her in. She literally sprung up the tree. She's like a little baby panther. So it's definitely her hormones. Poor girl, yes, Marina, definitely. She wants a boyfriend, basically. So we got her in, Adam got her in, and the dirty look she's given us. Yeah. So I'm in the bad books with her at the minute because I'll have to get her in and get her sorted. But I wanted to be around and nurse her when she got spayed, you know what I mean? I didn't want to be out of the way with us going to the hospital to get my radiotherapy. I needed to get this out of the way first. It's a bit like road casualty in here at the moment. Everything's going on. But yeah, so that's the latest. I'll have to get her spayed, bless her. But I was looking at her, she's sitting on the bench over there. Not that it's very hygienic, but you know what cats are like. They'll just sit where they want to sit. And she's looking at us, and if looks could kill, but she's striking. She's absolutely striking. She's like a baby panther. She's completely black, and she's still got that pretty look about her, you know what I mean? We just need to get stop her scratching, because she's going around in a vicious circle, so it'll heal. And then it goes scabby, and then it's obviously goes itchy, and then she's pulling it off again. That's what she's doing. I've changed her diet because I did research on cat food, and I've got her on, I don't know if anyone's heard of Untamed. So obviously she's on it, so Nala's on it as well. And Nala's not so keen on it, so what you've got to do with Untamed is it's pure meat. It's got no nasties in. It's human graded meat as well. So you've got to ease it in, so they're still having their original cat food. But there's nothing wrong with Zizi's appetite. She's scoffing the whole lot. So I thought, right, we'll try it with this, because there's no nasties in it, that type of thing. And yes, it's expensive, but it's worth it if it's going to be the health. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I go out much, and I don't smoke now, so I'm saving money there. So if it's for the cats, that's great. So you'll have to comment on the link if you've had the same problem with your pets, guys. If you have problems with changing diet or anything like that, or if anybody has tried Untamed. There's great write-ups on it. So yeah, it's just one of them things, and I've stopped using the treatments on the neck, Emma. I believe that's what set it off with her, but then we just don't know. The other one's absolutely fine. The other one's really sturdy. She's a strong girl. The other one, you know, you never get two the same, do you? The other one's hilarious. She's like half of a Bengal. She's so intelligent. Not that Zizi's not intelligent, because she is. But I'll say, go for a wee-wee. Do you want a wee-wee poo-poo? And she'll go and sit on the toilet, and she'll tinkle in the toilet. She actually literally sits on the toilet and has a wee in the toilet. And then she can turn the tap on and off with her paw for a drink in the bathroom. And then I'll say, turn it off again, and she turns it off. She's so clever, that cat. So clever. But thank you guys to everybody who gives us well wishes. I'm in the midst of radiotherapy. I'm doing okay. Tomorrow's going to be a hard one, because I've got my therapy, my immunotherapy, as well as my radiotherapy. Don't ask me how it's landed on both the same day. So it's going to be a tough one tomorrow. So keep your fingers crossed and pray for us that I get through this. I'm just tired, and I think that another 2 weeks, and then I'll be able to ring me bell. Ring me bell. I'll still be going through treatment for a year. But apparently when you've either finished chemo or you've finished radiotherapy, that's when you can ring your bell. Can you see us okay? Yeah? It's been really warm over here today. I went to a garden centre, and I got a little bit carried away, me and my daughter-in-law, buying plants. And you know when you go somewhere and then you buy too much, and you've got to try and ram it in the car. And we had the little one in the back, Tyler, and I says to my daughter-in-law, I says, "Hey God, where's the Ben?" You know what I mean? And we're like looking, and she was like there with her little piggy tails. "I'm here, Grandma." And she was like looking, and she was like peeping through the plants. I says, "You know what it is?" I says, "You sit there, it'll not be long," because it was really hot. She says, "Grandma, I'm old." I says, "You'll not be long." I says, you know what it is? You're in the middle of the plum tree. I says, she had all these greenery around her, and her little face was peeping through. I says, "You're like the sugar plum fairy. That's what you're like." She's an absolute sweetheart. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to look into world events again. I want to look into Canada as well. I want to look into the UK again, and I want to look into what the hell is going on in the US. I really need to look into it again. It's just crazy. And there's so much hatred out there, and I don't know, I'm going to look at it biased. I'm not going to look at it with hatred on either side. Okay? I'm going to stay biased in the middle. Remember, I'm just a psychic. But I mean, it's just getting a bit silly now, isn't it? Just reading some of your comments here. Oh yes, Teddy. Definitely, totally agree. Teddy's just written, DS is trying every scheme. I'm going to look into Trudeau. Crazy energy as well, isn't it? Absolutely manic. Yeah, so I refuse to hate as well, and that, like I was saying just last week, I was saying that there's quite a few psychics out on, not just YouTube, everywhere really, who hate Trump so badly that they make it plainly obvious. You know, like, to me it's like so biased when they're doing the cards and that. It's all about what they want, or, you know, it's not about the outcome, it's about what they want. And to me, that's not looking at it not in a biased way. Now, that does not mean that I'm a Trump lover, because I'm far from it. All right? I'm neither a Republican nor am I a Democrat. Okay? But it's plain, as you can see, what they're trying to do to him. Do you know what I mean? It's obvious what they're trying to do to him. So I'm going to look into this, and I'm going to tell you my take on it again, and we'll take it from there. So for new people coming in, I've got a stiff neck. Oh God, I can't even turn it that way. Bloody hell, man. I'm like that. Has anybody cricked their neck before? I'll look into New Zealand for you, of course I will. Talking about New Zealand there, Aroa, who's on YouTube, I got this, I was in a charity shop on Friday, and I picked up this amazing piece of jewellery. I was going to put it on tonight, but I need gold earrings to match, and as you know, I'm a silver lass. But it's not, I don't think it's real gold. It might be roll gold. If it is real gold, I think it was cheap. But it's antique, and it was a New Zealand stone. Can't think what kind of stone it was, but it was from New Zealand. It's really pretty. So I'll put it on the next time I come online, and I'll show you. But just like the earrings, guys, they're from the gift shop at the Northern Cancer Centre at the Freeman Hospital. And I just thought I would put them on. It all proceeds goes towards breast cancer and other things like that. But anyway, for new people coming in, what I do is I invoke the angels Uriel, Raphael, Gabriel and Michael in my guides, and then for you, if you need healing, you can write the name in the comment section, or names, or any persons, animals, any situation that you're worried about, and you will receive the free healing that you need, or prayers or protection what you need. And it is timeless, and so it's a bit like coming to a spiritualist church. I'm just reading some of your comments here. And I'm definitely going to look, Nikita, I'm definitely going to look into the UK. I'm just taking some of your comments here. Can you please look into France and the elections that is coming on? Something about Macron. Yes, of course I will. You'll have to remind us on. What I'll do is I'll get the cards out, because the crystal ball, which I do as well when I do the scrying, the crystal ball will not show the... you can't ask the crystal ball. You just got to wait to see what comes up. Okie dokie, let's start. I need some deep heat on this neck. Ouch. I think I'll put that up there. Okie dokie. May peace be with you all. We've got 6 to 18 viewers in on both forums. And don't forget as well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do check if you have subscribed to see if you're still subscribed, because there's been mysteriously a lot of people who've been unsubbing when they say they haven't been unsubbing. And we all know why this is happening. It's because I speak the truth. And say no more. Say no more. And it'll be interesting to know if I'll still be on YouTube after the election. Because they don't like it when I speak the truth like the last time. Okay, so we'll wait and see, because we all know that everything's all about an agenda, and if you play the game, and if I was licking up Biden's arse, I'd probably get loads of subs, and it's nothing to do with whose following is. It's about who's passing it and who's allowing us to get more algorithms, if you know what I mean. Anyway. May peace be with you all. I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael, I invoke Archangel Michael. I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael, I invoke Archangel Raphael. I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel, I invoke Archangel Gabriel. I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel, I invoke Archangel Uriel. I ask my faithful spirit guides, Jed, White Buffalo, Running Star, Lady Direwolf, A to I, and Ra. Any star beings that like to come forth, telecommunication or from the spirit world. Anybody from the spirit world, animal kingdom, fairy elementals, star beings, who would like to come forth to give us true answers tonight, with love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Don't forget to write the name in the comment section if you need healing, and you will receive the healing. Peace be with you all. May this surface of light be formed tonight. We are all protected with love and light, love and light, love and light. Amen. Okay, right, where's my cards? Right, 2 minutes. You got a little more. Can you see us all right, guys? My mic is cracky. Is it? Oh, there will be interference on the sound, Dave, because because of what I've just said there before. That's what actually happens. No way. Yes, it's crackling. Oh, sugar, sugar. Sugar, sugar. Do, 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 do. Static. Is that better? We come with peace. We come with peace. It's fine now. Yeah, I don't know. Your mic is making feedback. Check connection. Something is wrong. You keep cutting out. Oh, no way. It's good now. Damn. Okay. Well, let's see how it goes. What? Wishing you both all the best, we write. A happy Christmas early. It is early. It is, Patricia, it is early. So there's some people here saying they're still having trouble hearing us. But then some people are saying it's good. That is very strange. No cutting out from Seattle here. You see, if I was a very good girl, if I was a very good girl, a good girl what sat there and went along with what the CIA wanted and said what the CIA wanted in the DS, then I wouldn't get crackly. And I'd be going up tens and thousands of subscribers every week. Not losing it. Right. I want to ask, let's start with the United Kingdom, my home country. Let's go straight into the United Kingdom. I know Rishi Sunak's been losing it a little bit recently. As tensions rise, as they rise in the United Kingdom, we as the British people wonder what is to come with those lot in Parliament. No, I'm going to try and do personal stuff soon, Robert. It was supposed to be through the week, but I've been nipping to the hospital every day, Robert. So the afternoon shows are on hold until I'm out of the hospital situation, because I've been getting radiotherapy every day. But then you'll be getting the personal stuff through the week. So my radiotherapy finishes on the 9th of July. And then I'll be back to normal. That's when I can ring my bell. Right, I'm going to pull 7 cards out for the UK and we'll see what's going on. Russian sub in UK waters. Oh, well, they always are, aren't they? Okie dokie. Well, we've got the star card here, which is good. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Cups. And we've got the Tower upside down. Mamma mia. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I mean, I believe there'll probably be people out there where I think it's the same penny, two different sides. They've got the pros and the cons, the Tories and the Labour at the minute. But I think but I do believe that there's big scandals to come out, massive scandals to come out with the Tory party. I get a really weird energy at the moment to do with Rishi Sunak. I think there's a lot of scandals there to come out with him. Okay. But again, it's like I just feel everything's a distraction. It's interesting how we're having this, which I'm glad we are having the election on the 4th of July. Interesting how it's the 4th of July. Everything's symbolism. Everything's it's symbolism to do with numbers. Everything's frequency and energy. But I do believe that there's going to be a change of parties. We've got the upside down 8 of Wands. Swift change is coming in. Is Farage running? Possibly, but I don't think he's going to get in. 4th of July is a massive distraction. And as you know, is what Mysteries put here in Twitch. Your predictions with the airport chaos has come to pass. What the hell happened in Manchester today? Yes. What happened again? Can you I've seen something, but I wasn't sure the full thingy of it all. Can you let us know exactly what fully happened in Manchester airport? So we live, as Maggie Smith in here, she's put on YouTube, we live in a very symbolic, oh my God, symbolic world. Forgive me, I'm going through a lot at the moment. I always get tongue-tied anyway, never mind when I'm going through at the minute. Ace of Pentacles. It's change is over. It's changing. We are definitely going to go Labour Britain. They had a power cut, all systems down and no flights out, yes. There's more of that to come. So there was a power cut in Manchester, yes. So I want to say to us Brits out there, get prepping, as J. Duke's put. Right, we need to get prepping because I just think that don't panic buy. But I think that we need to keep strong, as we say in Britain, and carry on. Hazeltine, don't you just love chemo brain? I have it too, LJ. It's bloody awful. Not that I'm on chemo, but I'm on immunotherapy, which is similar. And it is, that's what the nurse said, that as I've got chemo brain. You can only do your best, Hazel. You can only do your best. We just need to prepare, and we need to do it calmly. Keep calm and carry on. So I feel very, very strongly that we're going to have a peaceful handing over of power. Unlike the USA. We coming to America. I was watching that the other night. The jazz singer. Today, our country, sweet land of liberty. Yes, we are going to have a peaceful handover of power, unlike the United States of America. When I'm saying prep, I do believe that Europe needs to do it too. So the likes of France, yes, because they're very just over the water, really, aren't you? Just our neighbours are just over the water. Norway, Iceland, Sweden. Just prep. We just need to prep. It's a switchover of power, and it's the same penny, two different sides. Okay? But this is what I see, what's unfolding. I do feel we will go Labour. Now, if I'm getting it wrong, it could be hung Parliament. I've got the upside down tower. And it's the same as what I was picking up with the US as well. It's like they hold on to information, and when it doesn't suit them anymore, they use it to attack for political power. Like I believe they did recently to do with the Hunter Biden situation. Now, I'm not saying he's not guilty, all right? Far from it. But what I'm saying is it was definitely definitely a political move. All right? Like tit for tat. And I said this would happen. All right? So what I'm saying to you is it's going to get very much like that. But I'm also getting it's going to get very much like that in the UK. But at the same time, there's going to be a very peaceful turnover of power. But they're going to rake up a lot of shit to do with the Tory party, basically. Okay, so I see the Tories going down there. That does not mean that I think that Starmer's any better. Do you know what I mean? It's just a different side to it. That's Boris, and it's funny because it's like he's supposed to be out of the picture unless there's going to be some big news with Boris. All right, so Boris, big news coming in with him. A lot of strikes to come by the end of the year with the UK. Remember the 5th of November. That's bonfire night, isn't it? Guy Fawkes. Maybe there's going to be another Guy Fawkes. Maybe there's going to be a revolt of the British people. I do see that there'll be a lot of problems to come. And something about problems with a river or a dividing river. I wonder if that, or it could be dividing sea to do with France and the UK. Problems with a river or a dividing river. I want you to remember that. Okay. Overall, I feel Labour's going to do really well across the board. I don't know how it works to do with all the different, is it counties or towns? But like I say, if the Tories get back in again, I feel there's going to be a lot of problems. But I don't feel so. I think there's going to be a handover to Labour. That's what I'm feeling. Also, as well, we've got November the 5th. Isn't just Guy Fawkes, which is very interesting. So we're having an election on America's, think about this, on America's Independence Day. And America is having their election on our remember the 5th of November, Guy Fawkes Day. That's really weird. It's everything symbolism. Literally everything. And of course, while all this is happening, we've got Taylor Swift takes London and Wembley. Is that happening now or is that happening to come? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's going to be talks of the NHS, talks of applying a lot of money into the NHS. That's what the Labour's going to do. But there will be a lot of strikes, and they'll blame it on the Tory party, like they always do. They always pass the buck. There's something brewing, and I want to say that there's something brewing, and I'm not sure if it's September or October. Okay? And it's something I feel what has to be global, like it was the last time. Because it can't just be the US, it has to be global. To prevent something from happening or to stall an election. So I would say expect a lot of dramas. I'm just going to pull some more cards out here. Expect a lot of dramas over the next coming months. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, So Silent Thunderdog, what's written here in YouTube, is Starmer pardoned Jimmy Savile, exactly, when he was in charge of the CPS, exactly. Say no more. Same penny, two different sides, two different energies, but the same, if you know what I mean. Bring it on, bring it on. Let's have a look. The world. I'm like that, you know. I want to say that we're going to go Labour Britain again, but that's like the Tories still holding on to something. So if they've still got some say-so, I wonder if it could be a hung parliament. No, I want to say it's possible. It's very possible that we could be hung parliament. But I'm still feeling an energy that the Tories is going down and Labour is, we're going to go into a Labour Britain. All right. There will be power cuts. I see darkness over the UK. I want to give you the 25th, the 21st, the 27th, the 28th. And I'm very drawn to November, December. Is there going to be, building up to the US election, because it's all connected, is there going to be power cuts or a threat of a WER? There's definitely trickery. Something is being planned. We've got the Magician card here. Can you hear us okay? I'm getting paranoid in case you can't hear us. So I want to say, because they have dropped a lot of hints, you know, for the UK people, you know, make sure we've got batteries, a radio handset, that type of thing, you know what I mean? Just in case, you know, candles, that type of thing. You laugh, you know, because I've pulled out of the back of my cupboard this the old ghetto blaster, and it takes the great big, you know, the huge fat chunky batteries, and it's quite good actually, so I can get like a radio up on that. But yeah, so I've pulled that out and that's ready just in case. You can get like battery lights and stuff like that, if you can pick them up in different places. I like fairy lights, you know. Fairy lights are really, you know, like what you have at Christmas, and you could like put them and wrap them up if you've got like a staircase and with the batteries. So say like if you have a power cut, then all you've got to do is just switch on the fairy lights and you've got pretty lights going all the way, so it means that you can see what you're doing when you're going up and down the stairs. Just like plan ahead with things like that. But I mean, there's nothing cheaper than candles, old-fashioned candles. With me, I mean, I've got a lot of candles, you know, I'm a clairvoyant for God's sake, you know what I mean? But I don't tend to burn them much these days because I've got two naughty kittens. But I do have a lot of fairy lights, you know, and battery lights lying around, that type of thing. Yeah, the D-size batteries. The oil lamps are good as well. Matches, you know, things that you wouldn't think, lighters, batteries is a must. I think there'll be a shortage on batteries. Let's have a look. I've got myself a little camping stove. Now, the majority of in the UK and Europe, a lot of it are electric run houses. So, like, if we have a gas cut, which is possible, or the gas could go pricey again, you know, all these things are going to take place, all these different events. This is what I feel this winter alone, coming up at the end of the year. I believe that we need to just be one step ahead. But see, if we had a gas cut, you know, you can stick in the electric fires. I did that last year when the gas prices went up through the roof and everybody was getting massive gas bills. I just didn't put my gas central heating on, and I had these cheapy little electric conducting fires. I put a 6 and I put them around the house, and they were like blown out, but they had like a cut-off thing on, so they were safe. And they were really cheap to run, like something like 20p or something, or 20 odd p, you know, an hour, something like that. So I was heating the house up like that, and it was lovely and cosy. But the thing is, if we have an electric cut, we're knackered, basically. And not everybody in the UK, see, because some of us are city people, or we live in apartments, you know, flats as we call them, and we don't have generators. You know what I mean? So I've talked about this before. How do we prep as a city girl? How do we prep? A city person, should I say? And you just got to do your best. A hot water bottle, you know, the old-fashioned things, you know, a flask, you know, like a thermal flask. So come the winter time, I think if this is going to happen, it's going to happen anytime from September, October, power cuts. Let's just double check. There's something to come off to do with the economy anyway. So there's something coming down with the economy. That's inevitable. It's going to happen. Wood stoves are amazing. You know what I mean? If you've got one of them, you're laughing. So something's going to happen with the economy. I think anybody who's invested into coins what's not worth anything, keep a hold of it. Just leave it there. It's not spoiling. And I do feel like you could be very surprised. I'm not an expert in it. I just know when it goes up and down. Do you know what I mean? But wealth-wise, it will be okay in the end. But we're going to face some dark days in the UK. We're going to face some dark days in the UK. It's like a death. It's like a death and a rebirth. It has to happen to bring the good in. All right, it has to happen to bring the good in. Yeah, it's forced. It's forced. And I'm getting Putin. As I look at these, there's so much all happening together. You've got to be like a blinking detective to try to put it together. So I see Putin's face. So there's something going to build up there. Because he's another one they don't like. Okay. And somebody had sent us an article on him, actually, and it was about Antarctica. And it was something to do with, you know, the Ukraine and everything, what's happened there, and the US and that. And apparently, you know, he was going to, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if anyone's seen this article. It's floating around Rumble and all of that. And something about that, he's going to expose everything what's happening in Antarctica with aliens by 2026. It's going to come out by then, but he's going to try and expose it before then. I don't know if anyone's seen this article or they believe it or not, but I am getting Putin's face here, and he's coming through very, very strong. Now, I'm not so much saying that. I'm not saying something's not going on in Antarctica, because I think it is going on. But it is a gold war that we're in. It's all about money and greed. But they're going to bring something to a peak, and they're going to blame Russia. And I don't know again if it's got something to do with the gas prices or gas power, or there's going to be power cuts, blackouts, and they're going to blame it on Putin because of cyber attacks, something like that. Something like that's going to happen. And I'm getting the North Sea. Give us 2 minutes. I just need to get a drink. Yeah. The North Sea's coming up. Pipelines is coming up. Putin's just come back from North Korea. Interesting. We need to prep before the next election. The one in November. The one for the US. Because there's a build-up what's happening. And of course I see Labour make an announcement and they're all arguing about it in Parliament, and the Tories are blaming the Labour and the Labour are blaming the Tories, and it's all connected, you know what I mean? We've got Judgment Day coming here. Bring it on, do. Yeah, we've got like the England flag there, can you see it? Distraction time is coming before the next election. Let's see, there's like a warlike situation as well. Just gonna do this. Let's clear some energies here. I've been messing around with sea salt recently. It's very powerful. My nana used to always say, always have salt at your house. Keeps the devil away. It's an old-fashioned gypsy saying. Hello, Christina from Southern Ireland, just over the way. She wants to know about a small, proud country. I do believe you'll be fine. I think there's a lot of scandals to come out with Ireland to do with banks. But it's on a magical port. It's like on a magical portal or a ley line island, like I believe Japan is as well. It's suffered a lot, and I believe that the Irish people are really struggling at the moment, especially in Northern Ireland. I'm not saying they're not struggling in Southern Ireland, but I believe everything what's happened in the past, you know, with what happened with the horrible stuff what happened, you know, with the North and the South and the IRA and everything, and the British government causing problems. Why would I say that? But anyway, there's a lot of stuff still to come out there, and it's all karmic stuff to come out from Ireland. A lot of karmic stuff to come out. But when I'm reading about the UK, I'm also reading about for Scotland that we need to prep, and Ireland and Wales as well. It's coming through really, really strong. Because it's just over the water, as we would say. Just over the water. We've got the devil card here. What was the question I had asked? I'd asked like if it'll be a warlike situation, and it's a definite bloody yes. Oh my God. Right, okay. Now, it's like an edge of a seat situation. It doesn't mean it's going to totally happen, but there's an edge of a seat situation. Again, it's part of the plan, isn't it? But we do have Mother Gaia there. When I look at that, I always think of Mother Earth, and its nature's been even fiddled with and messed with, and she's worried about our beautiful planet. But she's also getting very angry as well. She's protecting her. They'll try everything from trickery we are protected. When I look at the Queen of Wands, I get the sunflower, so to me that's like a protection. We are protected. We need to find the magic within and not to feed into the fear, not to feed into the all the superstitious stuff that's out there. Do you know what I mean? And mind programming and all of that. A lot of psyops out there. But we need to stand strong as patriots. But I also feel that we need to watch our friends and family, our family and friends, shall I say, and our neighbours and our communities. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting the air. But I'm getting the air. Where the wind will blow. Where would I get that? Where the wind will blow, it will be where it will go. Is that to do with dust particles? Is that to do with something in the air? Something in the air tonight. We've got to stand and claim what's ours. We're going to be restricted again. And it's a different situation to what it was the last time. But if there is such a situation as some sort of virus, it's not natural. It's been put there. Like sort of put there. It's children coming out of school. Storms to come. It's this winter coming in. Distractions. I still don't feel it's happened yet when I've talked about the triangular event. It's like it's happening here, it's happening there, it's happening everywhere. We don't know where to look. It's all over the news. I'm also getting there'll be arrests to be made, or they'll go for Mar-Lago. They'll go there. There'll be arrests at night. It's going to get really nasty. It's going to get really toxic, guys. People having to leave their homes late at night. Something about a storm or something, or some event. Let's have a look. So even all this is going on, there's a changeover of power. What's happening behind the scenes? I've never bought into the white hats, black hats thing. It's bigger than that. We're all being sort of maneuvered like puppets. Anybody can. It's God, basically. It's God. And we can switch at any time. We are in control. It's light and dark, exactly. But there is bad players and good players. And I think as you're going up that sort of ladder, Illuminati ladder or whatever it is, people who know what's going on behind the scenes, like 5D chess, I think you've got sort of baddies and goodies working together because they know what's coming and we're just being held away from it all. Do you know what I mean? I forgot what I was going to say there. It's huge what's happening. It's massive. Got the Queen of Pentacles here. We've got that going on. The system's changing. They're manoeuvring in the new technology. But the DS, whatever you want to call them, the puppet masters, whatever you want to call them, they're panicking. They are panicking. I'm going to put these back together again. Things aren't what they seem. They are not what they seem. When's the debate? When's that happening, the debate with Biden and Trump? Because that's going to be a corker as well. June the 27th. So that's this. Is that Thursday? That'll be quite interesting, won't it? So we'll put these back together again. Let me have a look. Some say Cubans woke up to empty bank accounts. Is that true, Louise? Yes. It's always been a bit dodgy over there. I don't think the Olympics will be cancelled. When is it? Seven cards here. October. September, October. Massive restriction. Authorities. Soldiers. Soldiers. Remember soldiers? Lights, like on the across the cities, just going dim, just going down. 7, 4, 3 months from now. July, August, September. But September, October, there's going to be a build-up, a crescendo of different things happening. All right. Restrictions again for humanity. And shortage with gas. Now, I don't know if that's gas what you would put in a car. Because they're trying to get rid of that as well. Gas prices going up, fuel prices going up. So the Paris Olympics is July. I think that's going to be all right. Well, I don't feel it's going to stop. I mean, that doesn't mean there might not be events around about that time, but it's not going to stop. Two minutes, because I've got such a stiff neck. It's like knotted. Okay, we've got the High Priestess card here. Restrictions. It's like people are worried. Bear in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. Just thought I would say that, YouTube. There might be a gas shortage because Saudi isn't going to accept the dollar, there's going to be a problem with the dollar. And they'll blame it on Trump. That's what they'll do. There'll be the drop. No matter what, there'll be a drop with the dollar, the US dollar. That's going to happen. That's inevitable. It's going to happen. It'll be short-lived, but it will happen. So yeah, I want to save my fellow Americans, maybe prep as well. Maybe prep as well. You know, you had the last time you had the problem with the baby milk, which I thought was a bit dodgy, wasn't it? A little bit dodgy. There was more to that than meets the eye. But this is coming through really strong. Maybe shortage in fruit and veg. A lot of people pull down tinned veg and tinned fruit, and yes, it can have sugars and stuff like that. But I mean, with needs must, you know what I mean? Especially if you've got like a cold garage or somewhere where you can store it. It is a handy thing to have in just to fall back on. There is this going on, and we've got bricks here, and bricks, it seems to be doing quite well into the near future. What's that saying? If you can't beat them, join them, and that's what a lot of them are going to be doing. It's going to be very odd. What's going to take place on Thursday coming up this week is going to be odd. And it's going to be very, I've heard it's going to be very restricted. They can only televise so much, or they can only say so much. Has somebody else heard that? But I mean, Biden will have like something in his earpiece or something telling them what to say, because they can't use teleprompters, can they? But he'll have an earpiece in, I would have thought. Oh God, I mean, there's no word for it. I mean, it's just going to be everywhere, isn't it? It's just going to be plastered across the news networks. Trump this and Trump that, and Trump said this and Trump said that, and Biden did this, and oh my God, and it's, the fact of the matter is, I mean, there's kids starving around this world, and people are getting blown up to smithereens, and horrible things are happening, and it's just all crazy. And I believe it's been run by CNN, so there is a mute button for CNN to cut out President Trump. It's going to be just massive ping pong. Remember the last one they had, the last debate? Which was pretty awful, really. The way they were slagging each other off, do you know what I mean? It's just all a shit show, really, isn't it? All put out there to lower the vibration again. You see, I was going to tell you this, right? Trump hasn't pulled his Trump card yet, and I think I know what the Trump card is. I'm getting ready for this one. So, what I feel what the Trump card is, he's going to do what the opposite side have done. How people talk, and I believe this is true, that Biden's not really running the show, that it's Obama or somebody else behind the scenes, what's telling them what to do or what to say or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying it is him, but there's something more than Biden what's going on, isn't there? It's obvious, isn't it? So what Trump's going to do is, just to cover himself for insurance purposes only, he's going to have possibly another Trump is his right side man. So it means that anything happens to him, his policies go on. There's always another Trump. So I believe that there'll be two Trumps. I believe there'll be two Trumps, and that's what's going to be his Trump card. So if he's taken out, or if something happens to him, his legacy will go on through another Trump. And I know there might be some far left sitting watching this now, people with bloody rage, what I'm saying. But I'm just the psychic. I'm just telling you what I see. I'm just telling you how he ticks. I can climb into people's heads. I know I would do that if I was Trump. That's what I feel he's going to do. And there'd be jack shit they can do about it. Because if something happens to him, then the vice presidents would take the stand. I believe Barron's too young. I mean, I don't know. I'm not that clued up. I mean, comment on the link below if you believe that Barron could do it. But I think he's too young. He's still a boy, and I don't think Melania would allow him to do it. Plus, as well, getting onto that, Melania and Trump, I don't think that's a good marriage at the minute. There's problems there. Now, the question is, who could it be? And I've had a good think about this, because I know how the Simpsons, like, sort of, they talk about things and they normally get it right, and they talk about Ivanka 2028. But the thing is, what I get with Ivanka is, while she's with a husband, I don't think that would be the case. And if she was, she would be a Democrat. But then again, it's the same penny, two different sides, and it doesn't really matter, does it? Didn't Trump used to be one? It's going to be one of his boys. Is it going to be Eric with Laura Trump in the background? Is it the Trumps? Trump and E.T. E.T. Eric Trump. Or Donald Trump Jr. There's going to be a lot of T's, a lot of T's, a lot of DT's, a lot of T's, a lot of ET's. Just a thought. I was watching a documentary. It was on it used to be on YouTube till they took them down. But that's what they do with them all, don't they? They take all the good ones down when they're telling the truth. And it was an interview that he was doing with Eric Trump. Really interesting what Eric was saying about the recent situation, what's been happening with the court situation. I mean, Donald Trump Jr. does a lot behind the scenes, but so does Eric, and I didn't realise Eric's like that with him as well. He might not be as vocal as Donald Trump Jr. Eric's the blonder one, isn't he? Eric's the blonder one because his wife does a lot as well. Shit's about to hit the fan. Yeah, I'm sorry for laughing, but guys, this is going to be quite a corker, this one. Eric was with him at all the court dates, yeah. I think it's going to be one of his boys. My prediction tonight is there'll not just be Donald Trump as the Trump, what will stand in the White House or who will try and run in American politics. There'll be another Trump. Where there's one Trump, there will be two Trumps. Then one Trump will fall, then another Trump will take its place. Ha ha! That is the Trump card. Just thought I would say that. Let's put these back together again. I'm going to pull some cards out on President Biden and see what's happening there. Can you have your family member as a vice president, or why not? Can you? In fact, I'm going to Google that. Can you have... Sorry guys, I've just got to do this. Can you have a family member as a vice president? Oh, sugar. There's no rule against it. Interesting. So he can nominate one of his children. Someone's put here no. It's considered a conflict of interest. Can a father and a son be president and vice president at the same time? What does the founding father say on that? Only if the one who is chosen does not live in the same state as the candidate. Isn't that interesting? Only if they don't live in the same state. Just food for thought, guys. Food for thought. Right. I'm going to have a cup of tea. Yeah. Oh my God. I need something on this neck before I go to bed. Biden. I don't have any hemp green grain. Right, give us 7 cards, Spirit. What's going to happen with Biden? I've got castor oil. Yeah, I'll be telling them. I told them the other day while I was there. They said it was now to do with the radiotherapy, Hazel. They said I just laid wrong and twisted my neck. Yeah, a wheat. I've got a wheat thing I can put in the microwave. I've got a hot water bottle as well. I'll stick that on. And I've got arnica. Actually, I'll take some in a minute. I forgot about that. I should have had some earlier on. Biden. Again, like I'm getting a show situation. I feel he's gonna go ahead and do the debate, okay, which is questionable because that's gonna be a bit of a strange. It's gonna be strange. It's gonna be a lot of glitches in it. Section note. There's going to be something to do with trying to get him out. We've got a replacement sitting there in the background to fill him in. To bring somebody else in his replace. The question is who is it? So what I'm feeling very strongly is it's all just a show, because I don't even feel the Democratic side, the controllers, whatever they are behind the scenes, really want him there. The plan is to get him out once he's halfway in. There'll be a replacement, guys. They're just using him. Ace of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. 7 of Wands. Nine of Wands. It's all going to happen very suddenly when it happens. And there'll be an announcement that he has to step down or something has to happen. There's a woman also possibly to step in. And she is. She's not on the picture yet. She's upside down. Queen of Cups is normally a blonde-haired woman. Or a water sign. It depicts E.T. phone home. Rachel and Rita, Debbie, what she's putting on Twitch. If they pick E.T. to be his running mate, side by side DT, there'll be people with rage trying to stop that. Hillary is a Scorpio. Now you've got it. History is going to repeat itself from 2016. Not 2020. We think it's going to be 2020, but I think it's going to be 2016. Let's just double check these. I don't know if it is. I don't know. I'm just going with it tonight. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. Like if you were sitting in my back kitchen, because I'm just the girl what talks to the wall, really, you know what I mean? You can come and see us for readings, but I do private readings on your love life or business relationships, anything. And I'm also a medium. Not many people know that. You will get medium shows when I get back on my feet. And it still stands, I'll be doing the afternoon shows. It's just the radiotherapies took it over a bit at the minute, guys. What I'm going through. Well, it's quantum radiotherapy. It's beam therapy what I'm having. I'm getting to know them all in that hospital. I am. All of them. I'm going to get the lasses on the desk at the radiotherapy department. They're so canny. I'm going to get them a box of sweets or something when I'm finished me treatment. Or biscuits or something. And I've made a friend. What sits in the she's going through the same as me. And we sit waiting in the waiting room to go in. And we chat about stuff. Oh my God. You thought 2016 was crazy, wasn't it? 2016 election was absolutely crazy, wasn't it? 2020 was even crazier, wasn't it? Imagine enrolling both of them in together and like winding it up to like 20,000 times more intense. The next one's going to be even crazier. But there's going to be a jolt in the road. There's going to be a bit of a stall. Let's see what this is going to be. Yeah, I'm going to be doing lots of medium shows when I get back on my feet. Because we can't be doing politics all the time, you know. It's not good. There's always stuff in our work we need to be doing as well. It's just a bit exciting, isn't it? It's something I was going to leave, but it's just too exciting. There's going to be a walking away or a backing it down. That's what I'm feeling. And it's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. I think I'm just going to do the tarot tonight, guys. I'm not going to do the scrying. Because it's getting on late and I've got to get up early in the morning. I'm going to look into Canada in a minute. It's Ace of Swords. I think he's going to come back and claim it all back. He's going to come back and claim it back, but I'm a little concerned something could happen to him. But like I say, there'll be a trump card in with all of this. Like, the only person I think that could win him, there might be people in this audience who may disagree with me. Say like if they pulled Michelle Obama out of the hat or somebody like that, she would win him hands down. I know there's a lot of psychics out there who are like leaning on the left and will say, oh, Biden's going to win, Trump and all of this. And I don't think so. If that's the case, it will not be true, should I say. When I've seen Biden on a stretcher, that could be hypothetically. It doesn't actually mean literal, but when I see somebody on a stretcher, it usually means there's something not quite right with their health, Kim. And I would say that he's I don't feel he's strong enough to do it again. All right, but what I do see, and I'm going to stick with it, the next person that gets into the next election, there will not be peace in the United States of America. It will be by 2028. 2028. But like I say, I've just put all these back together again. I always get the King of Cups could also be Biden, because he's a Scorpio, so he's a water sign. He's going to be forced to step down. The hierarchy is going to take over this. There'll be announcements. There'll definitely be announcements. It's a plan. It's a plan that they have in place. Do you know what I mean? Whatever's happening, it has to happen. It has to change. But I'm going to stick with this, right? It's not going to end the way you think it's going to end. But I do believe that whatever you think of Donald Trump, I mean, they've been after him since he's come down that escalator, as his son said the other night on that interview. They've been after him, after his dad, since he's come down the escalator. But he's somebody who, whilst he was in power, there was not one war. Not one war. There will be a big twist with this. The younger generation will take the lead into 2028. The younger generation will bring peace back into the United States of America. This is something that is a karmic thing, and I do believe Trump is up against a lot of darkness, and I do believe that there is a big cleanup happening across this planet. And like he's always said, they're not after him, they're after us. But peace will come to the United States of America again. They definitely will. The housing market will drop. There will be problems. As I'd say that, I always look at Florida. But talking about Florida, I think that they will go and arrest him, They will arrest him. I've said this before, and they'll bring him to his knees. He'll be a hard man to bring down. And they'll take all his money off him, like the Trump Tower and all of that. And I said that last year, the year before, and people were saying, "Oh, that's horrible. How can you say that?" But I knew it was going to happen. He's coming back. They're not going to get rid of him that easy. And he's got backup plans. And talk about impeachments. You've never seen anything yet. Because if he gets back in, there'll be that many impeachments. Everything's going to swing around. Right. Yes, Thursday's going to be quite interesting, guys. Watch for big news coming in from Australia as well. God knows what that is. But it's around about the time, either just before the debate or just after. Also, I tell you what, there's going to be some big news with that Diddy guy. Get your popcorn because you're going to need it. Let's see what's happening with Trudeau. And I'll pull a few cards out for Macron and then I'll call it a night. I've always had an odd feeling about him. Very odd feeling. There is going to be massive changes to come. When it's all kicking off in America and it's all kicking off in the UK and Europe. There's going to be problems with trade because they have to maneuver in this new economy. BRICS is going to do really well, you know what I mean? But there's something else coming in as well, not just BRICS. Hyphenate. the next election is coming out. He's coming out. He could come out. Either there's going to be an election brought in early, like they did with the UK, or he's stepping down. I don't know if he's going to step down. He's coming out. Oh my God. It's like there's been things happening behind the scenes. It's not everything is what we see as it is. And I want to say there's been threats on him as well, you know. But he's coming out. I did cover about him last week, which you can check out in the last live that I did last Sunday. Well, I'm getting a really odd feeling about like old courtrooms, convictions. Real dodgy stuff going on that we don't know about. What we're not supposed to know about. He's just removing, coming out of it. And his opposite, what's that guy called, his opposite? Who's quite popular for the working class people, is going to come in and step into power. Not all of them, Queen Wanda. I feel it's as if not all will get done for treason. Yeah, that Pierre guy. I believe it's the Pierre guy. And I got a funny feeling about a woman with blondish hair as well. I got a weird feeling about her as well. A lot of scandals to come out there within Canadian politics. But I see Trudeau stepping out or coming out of it. October. There's a lot to happen by October. I mean, bearing in mind, sometimes I can read a year out, so just watch for that. Right, so I hope that's helped there. Interesting. I covered him last week and I was going on about, he's going on all sorts of strange things that's going on with his love life and that. I was talking about that, wasn't I? I feel it's as if that she's, I get a really horrible vibe there with that Wanda. Yeah, so I get a very strong feeling about Pierre. I don't even know how you pronounce his surname. Is it Polivera? Pierre for Canada. I would say the latter, Wanda. But Trudeau is the there's a robotic energy, yeah. Right, I'm gonna Macron. It's funny because I'm not saying this is connected, but I get something about French Alps or Swiss Alps or it's something about a skiing accident or an accident or somebody going quickly. Now, I'm not saying that's connected with him but there's a lot to come out to do with politics in France, in Europe, round about the time there's big news to do with this incident I'm getting, and I don't know who it is. All right, so I want you to remember that. France is really in a slippery slope at the moment. You've got two polar opposites, a bit like the UK. Two extremes. The same as, ooh la la, we are all the same. The woman who was usually opposite Macron, what you called again, with the woman with the blonde hair. There's another woman to rise within French politics, and a man with darkish hair. Really wonder, apparently Trudeau's brother died in a skiing accident. That's interesting. Yes, Le Pen. But I'm not so sure. I'm not keen on Le Pen. Is it Marine Le Pen? But it looks like a woman could take the stand into the future for France. So I don't know if it's Marine Le Pen or it's another woman. All right. But I want to send prayers out to France and our home country. Very similar energies, very similar. I tell you what, and I've said this before, there's a lot of scandals to come out to do with Hong Kong and something to do with what happened in Brexit. And I keep saying Boris's face. Remember everything I'm telling you, and it'll all fall into place there. Somebody tonight asked us to look into New Zealand, and as I'm shutting my eyes, I'm seeing like the Maori dancers. Now, didn't your Prime Minister step down, that woman, that funny, strange woman? But I don't know who the Prime Minister now is for New Zealand. But I see a man with a very roundy face stepping in. And I tell you what, I've also seen a woman with very short grey hair. Quite manly looking. Who's going to rise within Australian politics. So Luxon is the Prime Minister for New Zealand. Okay. Big changes to come in there. But a lot of floods to happen for New Zealand. A lot of changes to take place. But again, like I always get for Australia, that New Zealand is also very well protected. Like anything over that side of the world. And where there'll be problems with trade, I've always said Australia's going to lead the way, but I also get New Zealand's going to help as well. So overall, if anybody's thinking of emigrating to New Zealand or Australia, yes, I get a good vibe, right? I don't get a bad vibe. But crazy weather to come for New Zealand. Does that make sense? But economy-wise, very, very good into the future. Somebody here, Mysteries, just asked here in Twitch, Louise, what has happened to that mystery, that missing boy that was on holiday in Greece? Was he taken?
To be fair, I've gone too tired. I'll need to look into it and hopefully get back on next week to look into that, and I'll do a main thing on it. All right. But I believe that there's some news coming out with him, that young lad, this week coming in. Let's hope he's found. All right. But I'm going to leave you with strength here. I've had this vision before and I'm getting it again. And I see the animals running. It's like they're running from fires to come. But the animals of earth, the lions, the elephants, I'm seeing Africa. Africa's going to play a main part and a main hub for the new economy, the new bridge of economy to come. I'm getting the lyrics to this before I go tonight. And this is for Mother Earth. This is for humanity. Wait a second. It's by Toto. Do you remember it? These lyrics haunt me and I want to give you them for tonight. Okay? I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in. 12:30 flight. The moonlight wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as to say, "Hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. It's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I blessed the rains down on Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we had never had to do. The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, as sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you." There's the chorus again. "Hurry boy, she's waiting there for you. I bless the rains down on Africa. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down on Africa. It's gonna take time to do the things we never had to do." I want to say this summer, I want to send to the hot parts of the world rain. And I see a little man doing a rain dance. And to protect the animals of earth, that they are protected. And also there's one more thing, that I want to send blessings out and protection to the animals, what's getting illegally poached, what they're doing to the tusks to the elephants and the rhinos and the lions, that these hunters are stopped and that the animals are kept safe and blessed. Stay safe wherever you all are around the world, and I'll be back on again soon. It's Teddy's put here, heat is bothering me, and I want to say the heat is on and it's about to get very hot. I'll see you all soon, and I'll be back on again, I would say very soon. May the force be with you all, wherever you all are around the world. Take care, God bless, stay safe, and be strong. I'll see you soon. Bye now. Now, how do I get out of here? I don't want to leave you. There's like over 1,000 people in. I must go. I'll see you again soon. Bye.